So this is a very interesting story. As I understand, Marlisa has a heart for people, a heart for the earth, the land, a heart for doing right things for this generation and future, for kids, etc., etc. And we're walking here beside the Cooper barn, maybe built in the 1800s. Yeah. We're not exactly sure.
I could get a date from her very good friend Hank. They had dinner together every night for decades, and he owns a farm on 2nd Avenue. He has told me the exact date in the barn, and I could get that information, but my memory.
It's okay. It's historic, and it has sentimental and other good value. The owner, Kathy Cooper, was a school principal in the area by day and a farmer by night.
No, actually, she woke up, she did the morning milking, went to school. I was told that the secretary of the school would have her breakfast ready, and then she would principalship all day,
right?
And come back and do the second milking because it's around when school's over.
So she had cows.
Yeah, she had cows. She had a lot of cows.
The land goes back that way.
Yes.
Was it farmed as well, or was it feed for the cows?
It's feed, and it's hayed. Yeah.
So everything was cow focused.
Oh my goodness.
She was a cowgirl.
She was a cowgirl. Everything was cow focused. Miss Kathy had cleared the land, removed the rocks. She planted these trees, and specifically, not some of the older ones, but as you're going down there, if anyone who's taken a ride on her ATV has probably heard the same story of where she planted the trees specifically to create shade for those cows.
Did she name them?
Oh yes.
They all had a name.
They all had names. So most cows have a number on their tag. Miss Kathy's each had a name, like Lulu Bell and Marie. Marie was a favorite. Kelly, I have pictures of some of these cows. Even one cow was born around my birthday, or on my birthday, and it was named Marlisa. So
you had a cow named after you.
There might have been a J-Lo. Who knows if it's Kathy, right? So
cows are all gone.
I believe all the cows are gone. The executor, one of the executors, who was Miss Kathy's right-hand woman, and I would say would have been like Miss Kathy's daughter or granddaughter. Chelsea has some horses and a few animals here. I'm not sure, but.
So what was a well-known farm story here in the Abbotsford area? This is the east side of Abbotsford, towards Chilliwack and Hope, which goes towards Alberta. But I think my understanding is for many years this story would come up at different times because it was such a valuable part of history. Somebody keeping a working cattle farm in the middle of a city. And this happens around the world without thought for environment or people's really actual needs, only focused on how many houses can we put into a piece of land, how much money can we make. What we're learning today is that the city at some time in the past had a plan for all of this land, and maybe that's normal in every city.
I think it is. I think it is normal, but it's also because they have to do planning, but it's also upsetting.
Sure.
And this piece of land has so much value. Miss Kathy is this land. Miss Kathy was so valuable to the community. The milk that was provided, plus the beauty of the people that live around here love this. They get to look at this, but they don't even understand the environmental benefit of having 60 acres of green.
60 acres.
60 acres cleaning the air, cooling the air, providing habitat. The organisms in the ground, like there's so much benefits besides the sentimental. And every year Miss Kathy At the top of that barn there, white letters would say "Merry Christmas to all."
Wow.
So she loved, and she would dude up
Decorate
the whole farm, inside the farmhouse and out. She loved holidays. She loved decorating. She loved welcoming people. Her students came back year after year. Staff would show up with her favorite libation, whatever was needed to make her Black Russians, you know, on her birthday or whatnot, or just to say hi. She also used to lend the down the end of the road as a community gardens.
Right.
And they would use.
We did a circle and did some filming of the corners where we thought the land bordered where it was.
And that Miss Kathy would lend out the plow to them, and so. Yeah, she loves Abbotsford and loves this community so much.
And this
love this land and love her cows.
This lovely lady, Marlisa, has a heart for all of what she just said. And in light of seeing what she saw, she did something with the information, which you need to do and I need to do. Whenever we see something, we need to not just throw up our hands and say it's hopeless. But we need to go find the owner, like she did. First of all, she was thrown off the land. And by the way, we tried through Melissa's contacts to get on the property to hear their side of the story and to film closer to the building. But Marlisa was told that was not possible. They wanted to tell the story their way.
Yeah, obviously the family is working closely, or the niece who owns the 2 acres with Polygon, and they're also actually working with Heritage Abbotsford, who I had reached out to try to be involved, because I do have a degree in public history, which is our archives, museums, and things like that. So I wasn't just reaching out with no knowledge or something to add.
You weren't crazy.
No.
You have substantive reasoning, rationale for everything you've done, and enough background to know what could be done or should be done.
So I started reaching out. This was last year during the public hearings, and we had thousands and thousands of signatures on petitions, and just beautiful reasons why people thought it should be saved. All kinds of different reasons from different angles and different perspectives. But that at that point, it's too late. When it gets to a public hearing process, people understand it's too late, because the way the public hearings are set up is that City Council is just looking for any new information that may change their mind at the very last moment.
Right.
But they pretty much, when it goes to a public hearing, have done a lot of due diligence and reports and whatnot, and they listen to their staff, and their staff is bringing it because they feel it should be approved. So there really wasn't much we could do, but I tried. And a lot, unfortunately, I had a kind of core group of women who lived right by this property that got involved with me. And they're so disillusioned with the whole process, with the city, just very disappointed, because they put a lot of genuine time and effort into their arguments and trying to save the farm another time, or at least the barn. We wanted the barn or a replica of the barn. There could Miss Kathy thought of a small replica. There could be, because there's going to be a park, there could be like a restaurant or a interpretation center.
Part of a working farm for bringing kids to learn things about cattle.
I remember as a child going to those recreation centers or those farms. I grew up in the city. Those experiences were very unique and special to me, and different, right? Those are the things you remember from learning and growing up. You don't remember the day after day times table drills or spelling bees and things like that. You remember those experiences. And Miss Kathy, like, she let the children in the neighborhood slide down her sled. The Cooper Hill is known for tobogganing. So there's so many traditions. And, you know, like, the teenagers, a place to sneak too, and not be so good. But I mean, those are things of a community.
Part of life.
And growing up, and yeah, Miss Kathy was a very, very special person. And so many people were touched by her. So what the developer, the city, and the family have decided is that they would like to stick with Heritage Abbotsford, and they'll do some kind of memorial plaques and things. Very traditional. I mean, Polygon's going to spend a lot of money and hire a designer, whatever. But will it be really what the people in this area wanted? I don't know. I think it will be beautiful, and I'm thankful that there will be a commemoration at the top of Cooper Hill, as I'm calling it. There is a big rock, and I call that the Cooper Rock, and it's was very significant to Miss Kathy, that rock, so that rock will stay. So hopefully there'll be some kind of trail system going up there, and little things telling about the barn and the way farming used to be, and things like that. That's what I am anticipating.
It could have been so much more, and of course any one of us as a human being only know parts of the truth, but we try to get to the truth.